What's up everyone, J-Rock Does Stuff here, coming back at you with the Hygger HG150 backpack filter. This is basically a canister filter that hangs on your tank. This thing is so small I almost lost it on my desk. Good news though, I found it right next to my patient steering water changes. Let's take a look at this little guy and see what it can actually do. Today we're going to run through the whole experience with this little guy. We'll unbox it, set it up, install it on the tank, go over maintenance, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts after using it. And the first thing that we get out of the box is bio balls, because nothing says welcome to the hobby like a handful of ceramic balls that somehow keep your tank alive. And here's the filter body. This has got a clean look, the plastic feels solid with no flex at all, and overall it has a great feel right out of the box. Next up is a bag of nozzles, connectors, and attachments. Basically the aquarium version of a mystery grab bag. These are filter balls. This is the surface skimmer attachment. The long J-looking pipe is the intake tube. The U-looking pipe is the outlet pipe. The pipe with holes is the spray bar. This long pipe is the extension tube. And this is a top surface skimmer. This is a pair of hanging clips that came attached to a plastic tree. This is air tubing for the optional spray nozzle. And of course a user manual. And here's the full set of parts you get in the box. This is everything except the filter, which I'll show you next. To get into the filter, simply unsnap the lid. There are 3 snaps. Once unsnapped, the lid can be removed. Inside, you get 4 baskets that clip together on the sides so you can build your own little filtration skyscraper. All 4 baskets come loaded with filter floss. It's giving that white glove service, but for aquarium water. This knob is the flow control. This is basically the volume knob for how dramatic your water wants to be. Next is the fill port plug. Basically the filter's tiny bank vault. There's no gold inside, I already checked. To release the clear canister, unscrew the black nut located at the bottom of the clear canister. To open the canister, unscrew the top and push the center pole to release the top cap. Once the top cap is off, the center pole and mesh can then be taken out. And to put it back together, all you have to do is reverse the process. That's it for the unboxing. Now let's jump over and get this filter set up. There are two options for the intake, and there are also two options for the outflow. The intake tube option number 1 is a basic intake with the extension. You can also not use the extension depending on how deep your tank is. The first thing you're going to want to do is put the plastic nut on the intake tube. You do this with the thread facing the tube. Next, slide the intake tube and the extension tube together. This connection should be very easy to make. After that, just install the strainer tip and you are done. That's it for intake tube number 1. Basically the straw for your tank. It didn't ask for it, but absolutely needed. Intake tube option number 2 is a surface skimmer setup. This option acts like a regular intake, but also filters water from the surface through an attachment that floats. The first thing you're going to want to do is slide the plastic nut onto the intake tube with the threads facing the tube. Next, slide the intake tube onto the flow controller for the skimmer. This connection should be very easy to make. The skimmer goes into the top. The extension tube gets attached directly underneath the skimmer. After that, you just attach the strainer tip and you're all done. Your assembly should look like this when you're all done. The extension tube can be trimmed to fit your tank. Now, let's build the outflow pipe. There are two options for this. Option number 1 is a spray bar attachment. We can start by putting the plastic nut on the outflow pipe with the threads facing the pipe. Next, attach the elbow. This can be a little tough to push in. Next, there's a little collar that the spray bar needs that attaches to the elbow. This only fits one direction. Then attach the spray bar to the collar and you're all done. Outflow pipe option number 2 is a directional sprayer that has an air option. Attach the swivel to the sprayer tip. This can be a little hard to get them to go together. That swivel piece will attach to the elbow directly without the collar. The little port coming off the sprayer tip is where you would attach the airline hose. Now let's attach our pipes to our canister. Let's start with the intake pipe. That attaches to the clear canister and just screws on through the collar. Next, the outflow pipe goes into the outflow port, and that also just gets screwed down with the collar. And for my use, I've chose to just use the straight intake with the spray bar output. Let's get our canister ready, and the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to take the hanging clips off the tree that they come stuck on. There are 2 pieces on the tree. You'll notice a hole in the side of the clip as well as a hook in the bottom. This is how the clips attach to the side of the canister filter clips. To install the clips, simply put the peg through the hole and slide it up till the hook is flush with the bottom of the black clip. Next, let's install the leveling clip in the bottom of the backpack. This should be fairly easy to do and should just slide into the slot. Next, we need to install the waste drain port. This is located at the bottom of the clear canister. You'll see a hole. Find the threaded port and simply screw it into the bottom of the canister. Next to the port that you just installed, you'll see a valve. This valve controls the flow to the port. Make sure that this is closed. Next, let's set up the filter. I've decided to use a combination of bio and mechanical filtration using the bio balls and the filter floss that they've included in this kit. In this filter, water enters the baskets through the bottom and rises through the top to exit. So I have decided to sandwich 2 baskets of bio balls between 2 baskets of filter floss. So the first thing I'm going to do is take 2 of the filter flosses and put them in the other baskets. I'm then going to fill the 2 empty baskets with bio balls. Then we're going to put the baskets back together. Take note that one edge is curved and one edge is straight. It's important when putting the baskets back together that they sit flush on top of each other and click together properly. I had to remove a few bio balls in order to get the baskets to set properly. Once you have your basket stack all finished, go ahead and insert it back into the canister filter and get the lid put back on. Installation is fairly easy. You simply insert the intake tube, clip the clips on the top of the aquarium, make sure it's filled and the valve is closed for the waste port, and plug it in. Take your time in getting this set up, but once you get it set up, remove the fill plug and let's get it filled up. This could be messy, so make sure you have a towel handy. Make sure that that fill valve is closed, and then all you gotta do is plug it in. Congratulations on completing your backpack filter assembly. I wanted to see if there was a visual change in using this filter, so I set up a camera prior to putting this filter on the tank and after putting this filter on the tank, so we could visually see if it did anything. And here's the tank after 1 day. This is only 1 day later. Look at the difference. That is just simply amazing. The filters seem to caught some green debris in the screen, and the water is noticeably much more clearer. And here we are, 1 month later. This is 1 month after the installation of the backpack filter from Hygger, and this is a pretty good result. This is very clear, and you can see everything. It's very pristine. This filter did something I was not expecting. I was filming another video, and then something caught my attention. This filter, it caught a fry and housed it in the waste compartment. This is the first fry that I've gotten from these fish. Getting the fry out of the waste compartment is as easy as opening up the valve. You can also do water changes this way. The fry came right out of the waste port, and I got it moved to a separate tank. We'll leave it there until it gets a little bigger, and then when it can fend for itself, I'll move it back. Doing maintenance on this backpack filter is easy. You can fill a bucket with clean water, or you can also use clean tank water. Next, unplug the filter and pull the filter off of the tank. Then unsnap the lid and dump the existing water into the bucket. Then pull out the filter and carefully open up the basket so that we can clean the filter material. You want to rinse and wring out the filter floss or whatever media you have inside of there. This filter has been running for about a month, and I think I'm going to have to clean it in about once a month. Keeping this filter clean is very easy. You simply pull the filter material out, rinse it off, and put it back. And while we have the filter pulled off the tank, let's go ahead and rinse off the screen too. Simply unscrew the top and then pull the lid off. Then you can remove the screen to clean it. Just reverse this process to put it all back together. As you can see, this is a lot of stuff that the filter filtered out of the tank water. This is very dark and murky. You can't even see through it. And at this point, you can get the baskets put back in the backpack and get the lid put on and snap shut and get it reinstalled on the tank, because at this point, you're all done. The maintenance on this Hygger backpack filter is really easy to do. This maybe took a total of 10 minutes of time. Once you're all done and got this put back together and put back on the tank, don't forget to fill it up. Alright, awesome. Now that this filter's been running for about a month or so, let's talk about the performance, because this thing has definitely changed the vibe in my tank. Let's start with assembly. It was easy. Everything locked in without a struggle. I never had that moment of going, why doesn't this fit? Which I really appreciate. Next, let's talk about water clarity. The clarity, it jumped really fast. Before this, the tank was looking a little tired. Now, it's so sharp, I'm noticing things that I didn't even know were in there. The flow control on this is legit. You can go from a slow flow to pushy without the tank really being dramatic about it. Noise-wise, this thing is silent. Really, the only thing I hear is the water trickling out of the spray bar. The build quality is solid. There is nothing on here that feels flimsy, and there is nothing on here that fought me. Also, there's nothing that really seems like it's going to age weird. Setup and priming were surprisingly smooth. Setup was very straightforward, and priming didn't turn into a workout, and once this thing started pulling water, it really locked it in. Plus, in an emergency power outage, this thing starts right back up. After running this filter for a while, the performance over time stayed steady, and the water stayed clear. There were no surprises and no weird noises. There were also no times where I was going, "Why is this doing that?" So taking all of that into account, overall, this filter's been excellent. The clarity, the consistency, it's genuinely one of the best filters that I've ever used. It's rare that something like this works as well as it has without giving me at least one thing to complain about. So who is this filter for? It's a great fit for anyone running a smaller tank who wants strong clarity without a lot of maintenance. It's perfect for nano setups, small community tanks, or anyone who wants a compact filter that still performs. Size-wise, I'd say around 20 gallons is probably the biggest I'd recommend for this filter. Anything larger than that, and you're gonna want something with more capacity. So overall, this thing has been excellent. Definitely one of the best filters I've used, no questions. My only real wish is that they'd make bigger versions, because I'd love to throw this on some of my larger setups. That's gonna wrap up this review. If you want to check this filter out, I'll drop the link below so you can take a look. And if you like videos where people actually test this stuff out instead of just unboxing it, hit the subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss whatever I put through the paces next. Thanks for watching this review of the Hygger HG150 Backpack Aquarium Filter. I'm J-Rock, and this is J-Rock Does Stuff, and I appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.